Hi friends. Me and Sparty are on the road. We're in Northern California at a campground. And we're just kind of chilling. You want to jump up here and say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, he's right here. We're not planning on going to Yosemite or anything, but I did have a vision of Half Dome just now. And so I thought, well, maybe I'm supposed to, but I have no intention of going there. But then I saw a rock climber scaling, Half Dome, scaling the front of it. And I don't even know if they do that, but that's pretty intense. And I thought, well, maybe this is actually a message, a metaphor for somebody. And I also remember seeing that they're talking about closing that or something because there's a crack that's so big that it's not safe or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody can mention that. But anyways, I figured I had some time. I'm waiting for a friend, and I wanted to grab my cards and pull them out because it's fun and see what this is. So let's pick an underline emotion around this. This is different. I'm like, I have to look this way on my camera. How are we all doing? I didn't say it, but thanks for returning to Hearts Wide Open, where we tune in, listen to spirit, keep our hearts wide open. See if we get a card. There we go. Doubt. All right. So the underlying energy, emotion is doubt. So I'm just going to do this some more. Spirit, what else would be around this image, this vision? Is somebody climbing a big mountain? Is this a metaphor? Can you tell us a little more about it? Anticipation. So somebody's almost reaching the top. You're anticipating when you reach the top, you're going to get a beautiful view after you climb that mountain and you make it up there to the top, which is not just any mountain. It's an iconic half dome. A vertical front. Do they let you climb up the front of that? I mean, that's somebody that's really brave, really courageous. Any other emotions around this that would help us understand what the message would be? I heard keep going. Keep going, you're almost there. Okay. Something with the tools. I've never done rock climbing. I'm afraid of heights, actually. I don't know where that comes from. I need to conquer that for sure. Sparty. Sparty's not, there we go. Okay, introspection. So we've got doubt, anticipation, and introspection. You're wondering, are you going to make it to the top? It's a process of self-reflection, allowing you to reevaluate your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Through introspection, you can discover your deeper needs and goals, bringing clarity and awakening to your inner world. Well, that's somebody that's pretty driven, some goals, right? I was guided to show that. I didn't even know what the card is, but anger came out on the bottom. Okay, so this is that other new deck I got. It's a meditation deck, and I feel like this might be helpful in finding out more about this introspection and anticipation. What does the collective need to know for the highest good of all within this reading? Asking for some guidance and advice. What do we need to know about this? I don't know what this means. I heard you've done the research. You've already done the research. You've done the research. I don't know how that relates. Rise of the nature divas. Nature divas, elementals, fairies. Are you doing some research around this? That's a 22. Rise of the nature divas. Let me see what it says. And Half Dome, Yosemite is such a beautiful place. If you've never been there, I've been there several times. So the keywords are nature, rebirth, reconnection, life, diversity, and independency. Relinquish all material trappings that are not supportive of sustainable, diverse life on Mother Earth. Create sacred spaces in your home and garden, in your town and country, in which the nature divas can be called in to replenish what has been destroyed, damaged, and disrespected. Educate yourself. And then share this knowledge with others in order to awaken a global surge of reconnection that will foster a new sense of oneness, of togetherness, of unity of Mother Earth with Mother Earth. So I said you've done the research, and it's talking about educating yourself, doing some kind of research. So I'm sure you had to do some research and do a lot of slower climbs, less treacherous climbs before you did that. But I'm feeling like you've done this is all a metaphor. You've done the research, or you should be doing more on nature. Okay, what else do we need to know around this? What would be some more advice for the viewer? Sometimes I do this, I'm shuffling and nothing's coming, and I'm hearing, no, you're supposed to grab the other deck now. The echoes of the soul. It's warm. It's like 68 degrees. I'm gonna take the sweatshirt off. Okay, I'm gonna grab this other deck. Thanks for your patience. And okay, what do we got for us? I also don't have a desk. I'm doing this on my knee. This is my, in the van, this is my just little cooking area, but I'm want to stand outside in nature. Double image. Okay, so doing your research. You can't become whole by erasing what you don't want to see. To me, this has to do with ancestral lineage and possibly even cosmic or of an elemental with that other card, the nature divas. Okay, so what is the viewer trying to erase? With the what's the message around what we don't want to see? I haven't read it yet. First light. You don't need to see the whole sun. Just believe in the beginning of light. Maybe you're not believing in yourself. Oh, doubt. Duh. This was the first card that came out, was doubt. That was our underlying energy. Yeah, you're not believing in yourself. You don't think you could even scale and make it to the top. Like, who are you to be able to climb this massive, incredible, vertical ascension? It's about ascension. There you go. That's what he's doing. He's ascending to the top. First light. Believe in the beginning of light. Frozen clock. Frozen clock says time didn't stop. You just needed a pause to hear your breath again. I get this card a lot lately. I'm seeing that as a pocket watch too. Like, okay, I don't know if anybody's ever seen Somewhere in Time. It's one of my favorite movies. I just got chills. So this is confirmation. He goes back in time. So this is to do with that. Yeah, definitely ancestral time, lineage, maybe past lives. That maybe you've carried over some doubt from that. And you need to believe in yourself more. Singing stone. Maybe you want to sing. Maybe you're a singer and you need to believe in yourself. Wisdom doesn't always speak in words. Some truths hum beneath your feet. There's nature again. Look at me out here. Look at these ponderosas and the greenery. Like, I love to be camping, love to be in nature. It's why I have the van. And connecting with Mother Earth, with nature, going, I have shoes on right now, but going barefoot and helping you to see the light and connect with the elements and the consciousness. It's very transformative. It's grounding. We're electromagnetic. So that's going to help you to feel and sense more about yourself Okay, what else? What's some more advice? Getting over the doubt and climbing this, I want to say peak, but it's not really a peak. I guess there is a peak at the top of Half Dome. I feel like there's something with the dome too. The dome covers some like shelter, protective, but it's only a half dome, so you're playing too small. Maybe you're peeking out of the dome, half dome. I don't know if that does something. Okay, let's just pick a card. I'm gonna do this a little differently. That one. Open window, new perspective, looking through a window. Yeah, the dome's half open and you can look out and see how far you've come. Freedom rarely knocks. It slips in through windows you forgot to close. Yeah. You didn't close it on purpose because you felt so free when you got that other perspective. And talk about a perspective at the top of, almost at the top of Half Dome. You could see the whole entire Yosemite Valley and parts of all the way to North Carolina. I mean, I said North Carolina. I meant Northern California. I'm from Northern California. Lived here my whole life and moved up to Oregon, and then I moved to North Carolina, and I'm back in California right now. Rising tide. I just came from the ocean. Rising tide. When the tide rises, it doesn't ask what you're ready to release. It just clears the shore. So something is you're holding on to something. Okay, this is kind of what I'm getting. You got to peek at something new. You're on your ascension path. You got to peek at something new. You're doubting it. And it's time to clear what's holding you back. Something's holding you back from moving forward with your new perspective, your new choice, something new that you want to do within nature. It's interesting. I saw a man on a reel building a log home last night, and that just came back in. So maybe you actually want to go out and live more in the woods. Oh, there we go. Whatever is holding you back, you're anticipating the move forward. You've been having some, I got introspection too. What's with the double image? You're erasing what you don't want to see. It's like a double life. I'm feeling like it's a double life. Like you have a glimpse. I heard glimpse of a new, different life in a different environment, more in tune with nature, but you're kind of doubting it and hesitating on taking that step. I'm seeing the rock climber, don't they have a pick or they have something they put up there to pull themselves up, or they toss it up? Toss it. Okay, so when you toss it up and you try to hook it, I just heard Hail Mary. So maybe there's a risk. And I just got to chill again. It's about faith. So faith in yourself, faith in knowing that you're making the right choice. Yeah, you're uncertain. You need to throw this uncertainty out the window and go for it. There's nothing. If your heart's calling to it, it's the right step. Sometimes we overthink and we go back and forth. We doubt. I mean, what you're going to regret is not taking the steps to what you knew could have been possibly what your heart called to. Okay, one final piece of for the outcome. I was going to say advice. So yeah, perplexity came out. It's the feeling of being unable to comprehend the current situation, leaving you feeling lost. It reminds you not to rush for answers, but to give yourself time and space to understand. The answers will eventually reveal themselves. Yeah, when you're climbing Half Dome, I'm sure you don't want to rush anything. You want to wait for the perfect footing and spot to, I don't know anything about it, to place your tools, and you want to be clear-minded. Okay, what's the outcome? What's going to be the outcome here, or the final advice for the collective with this? I hope you could hear me. I didn't think of that. I think you probably could, since I did that one at the beach and you heard me then. Okay, Spirit, one more card at least on advice. I'm seeing something red too. Bright red, like fire engine red. I don't know what it is. It just it's the card. Ambivalence. All right. So you're ambivalent. It's the inner tug of war. So this is confirming again. There's couple choices. It's a tug of war between different choices, leaving you torn when making decisions. When you feel ambivalence, it reminds you to face your inner needs. Finding balance will allow you to make the choice that aligns with your true self. Okay, so I'm being called just to explain something that I do. People do muscle testing. You could use a pendulum. There's different tools. And I was kind of doing this with a friend of mine about me and my location where I'm at and stuff. But asking a question, getting an answer. You could also do a sway test. So I'll just be the guinea pig here, and I'm gonna state to my higher self, to my body, to where I am meant to move to California. Okay, see how I fell back? That's a no. I'm just gonna random. I am meant to move back to Oregon. No. Okay, so I don't know where I'm going to go, but if I chose the right answer and I ask a certain question and my body leaned forward, I do this with my smoothies, with my supplements. Your body knows. David Hawkins, Power versus Force, goes into this a little bit with the sway test, the muscle test. You can put your arm out and do different ways. That's a little bit of guidance that just came in for me to suggest. I would highly suggest it. It's very simple. Start by doing this. My name is Michelle. Okay, you fall forward, that's a yes. You can determine your yes or no. My name is Pinocchio. Obviously, it's not Pinocchio. So it's a no. So determine your yes or no. Ask yes or no questions. See what your body does. You discern, you decide if it works, but it's something that has benefited me. Take some time in isolation when you do this. Ponder your thoughts. Don't rush. Heal whatever is causing the doubt. You could ask yourself, when did I first feel doubtful of myself? It's usually a childhood issue. Something happened, it caused trauma, then it solidified that program, So clear it, go into isolation, do a little shadow work, and maybe what I suggested to move forward with your choices, if there's two choices here, and forgive somebody. That was at the bottom. I was guided to look again. Forgiveness. So I hope that helped. I hope this is clear, and I'll see if I show it. I appreciate you, and